Welcome to another episode of the DNA Show, the Donnie and Anthony Show, because that DNA is made up of black and blue. All right. So, hey, this week we were on prime time, the Carolina Panthers, and guess what? For the first time in a long time that I can remember, we won on prime time, is what I'm saying, and won in general. So, very excited about that. We are 1-0 in the all black uniforms. We had all black. They had black pants, black shirt. The helmets were always silver. We had all black uniform. End zone was the digital camouflage look. Man, it was beautiful, man, to be there. Under the lights as well. Man, that is one that me and you, Donnie, we have got to try to get to a prime time game like that and see that beautiful color sky in uptown Charlotte. As we did last time we went there, we went to a nice restaurant, Fahrenheit, in uptown Charlotte. Be ready to spend some money when you go there. But they have a beautiful sky view out there that we saw. A couple people got engaged while we were there. That's how nice it was. Like two people got proposed to and stuff, and so that was pretty cool. And then we went to other establishments after, but and enjoyed ourselves. And then walked away with a win when we played the Saints. But another division opponent that we played this week, the Atlanta Falcons. So today we're talking Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers and our reaction. A lot better of a game here, would you say, Donnie? Under the lights on primetime television. On the main stage, as you would say.
Look look good, play good, man. I mean, a lot of all black was smooth. The promotion was smooth. I love that it turned out the lights. It looked like we were almost in a dome. That's how dark it got out there. I loved it, man. Saw some complimentary football
Yep.
finally, and man, usually our record's really bad with all black uniforms with silver helmet. I think we're under 500 with it, but
Yeah.
looks like all black uniforms and all black, the all black helmet, man, is added a nice little finishing touch on it. Looks like man, it's kind of like you create a fucking football player on Madden.
It did. Yep.
And you max
Yeah.
out a stat, you max out how accessories are. Look good, play good, man. I'm a
Yeah.
true believer in that shit.
Yeah. Me
So
too. Me too. Yeah. If you
it's a,
feel good, play good. Vice versa. Um. Yeah, and the whole presentation was beautiful. The black and blue, man, that just not better colors in the NFL to me. I'm biased, but man, this black and blue right here, right here behind me, on you, all over you. I wish I could be all over you. I mean, that's a different show. Hey, Carolina Panthers. We do share the same DNA, so it would be which is black and blue. So it would be inbred. Sorry, fantasy of mine. But hey, moving on.
I'm dead.
Can you tell we're a little happy because we finally got ourselves a win? Hey, but let's talk about what did they do on the field. All right, so the offense, the total plays that they had was 70. Um, the total yards 478 total yards. Third down efficiency, they're 5 for 13. Still a struggle there for us. I don't get why that's always kind of a struggle for the Panthers. Uh, you know what, this is from last week. Man, I'll be messing up. I'm telling you. This is from the last time we played the Falcons, but the total yards were total plays they had 64 total yards. It was 333. And on third down efficiency, we were 6 for 15, a little better, but man, something we still kind of struggle with. And in the red zone, we were 1 for 2. So, and to point out, PJ Walker, not the greatest game in the world that he had, but 10 for 16, 108 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Um, but he went out there and controlled the game enough for us to go. Um, but highlight, I'll tell you, Foreman, man, has he been one heck of a shoe filler since Christian has left us. He had 31 carries, 130 yards, 4.2 average, and a touchdown with that. So very good there. And on the other side of the ball, defensive wise, they gave up 291, 153 passing, 138 rushing, but they were only 1 for 2 in the red zone. But we ended up with 5 sacks, 5 sacks and interception by the man that I wear on my back now, J.C. Horn. So good for him. Good for him. So, and back to us here. So, Donnie, what do you think this week, man? Why we're seeing, like you said in the past, we need an identity. We still need identity. Now, we won, but man, what's the identity? Let me ask you this: what say it was easy to find and we got it and identity was there. What identity do you think we could have? You know, when you look at the players and look at what they're capable of doing, what identity do you think are we capable of having, if that makes sense?
Man, I think the potential is out of this world good. It's just a
Yeah,
matter of man. See, I'm kind of torn because I don't blame Steve Wilkes. I would be curious to see what he could do with the quarterback of his choice and a full out staff of his choice. But
yeah,
offensively, bro, our receivers are as best as they've been. Like I said, man, probably since maybe as far as talent and potential go, this may be our most talented receiving core we've had probably in the last 15 years.
yeah. I agree.
His Steve Smith were together.
Yeah,
The oh, Terrence Marshall Jr., DJ Moore.
yeah,
Um, and you got Shy Smith too with a lot of potential. I think with the right quarterback to run this team and like maybe 2 or 3 pieces on both sides of the ball, which can be done within 1 or 2 off seasons, you're looking at a playoff for it. I stand by that shit, man. We're not
yeah,
as far off as people think, man. Like I said, if I can have it in my own way, it's a long shot. It's a long shot. But if Lamar Jackson is in free agency and we get a new coach who has a proven track record in the NFL,
yeah,
you're looking at a hear me out. You're looking at a Super Bowl caliber team.
yeah,
I'm willing to go that far. Now, if we get our quarterback of the future, you got to hire the right coach. Keep these same receivers. They don't need to be going nowhere.
yeah,
And if he progresses within 2 or 3 years, that's a playoff caliber team.
yeah,
This defense has a lot of talent. I mean, so that's what I'm saying, man. The potential is there. It's just we need to make the right moves. I did say last offseason was the most important in franchise history, and I did believe that, and I still go back and I would say the same thing, but because we're built correctly for the most part, we just had a poison at head coach,
yeah,
and we tried to cheat the process with the quarterback position. So a lot of things to be proud about in Carolina as far as our future. We're very young, which is good. Thankfully, this is not an aging team that's struggling
yeah.
because then we'd be
Um,
excuse me, French.
yeah, yeah. But last off season was the start of everything that's leading up to it now. So yeah, I still agree with you there that it's was the most important. And yeah, unfortunately, we had one more year under Matt Rule, half a year, so we're kind of behind there. But and who knows if Wilkes ends up being our guy and worked out with us, or he'd stay. eh, Even if he doesn't get the position, I hope he stays on the staff for sure, one way or another. So that'll be great. Before we give you our final thoughts, hey, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Donnet Show, and Facebook and YouTube, the Donnie and Anthony Show. We're everywhere you want to be. So hey, so hey man, give us your final thoughts, man. How did the team look, feel? They look good, they felt good, and as you said, they kind of played good. So after these birds, we got another bird. We got a face. It's going to be a rivalry in the Anthony household because my wife's from Baltimore. Baltimore is my second team. It's always Panthers first, but I also cheer for Baltimore. Um, but it's going to be a showdown between the Panthers and Lamar Jackson and the boys out in Baltimore. So, sir, your final thoughts on this game, and what do you want to see out of next week's containing Lamar Jackson and playing that defense? You know, anytime you go to Baltimore, know what kind of record they have, man. That crowd and that defense, they are born and bred to be a defensive team, and yeah, they're going to be loud. It's going to be tough.
Well, I do think our defense is fast enough to contain Lamar Jackson.
Mm.
And, I mean, you look at our secondary, a lot of bright spots out there, especially with the safety position. But J.C. Horn, I trust him against any number one receiver out there. So whoever they have at number one, I haven't took a look yet. I've been so invested in this team. But I think we match up well. I mean, regardless of our record, there's still a lot of talent there. This season reminds me of the 2012 season, which is there was a ton of pieces there, and we even had a quarterback, but we didn't. We were missing one or two things, and then the next season Cam ended up having just his best year
Yeah.
at that time. That was in 2013. 2013. He had his best year prior to 15, man, and the potential finally was just the potential cap was finally pulled off, and I can't wait to see that finally be done here in Carolina once again.
Yeah.
Listen, again, this team is very talented in their own ways. They're just young, and they're not. The talent is there, and they're in the right place. It's just a matter of the right quarterback to lead them.
Yeah.
And the right staff to lead them. Like I said, I'm not. Steve Wilkes hasn't done a bad job at all. I have nothing bad to say about Steve Wilkes. I love Steve Wilkes. Like you said, man, I would love to see Steve Wilkes in some sort of capacity be in this organization. I would love to even keep him as a secondary coach.
Yeah.
Even need an identity, and we're young and we're not mature enough to have an identity yet because we don't have the right. We didn't start the season off with the right leadership and the right coaching. And it's kind of hard in mid-season for a intern coach to try to turn things around because he didn't have any sort of say-so about off-season moves and shit like
make miracles. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's implemented in your off season and in your training camp and stuff. Yeah, they threw him in the fire. Yeah. So
so we truly haven't seen just how good this team could be. You plug in a quarterback, and of course you had maybe a piece or two on his defense. I think we need another pass rusher, and I do think we need another defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Even a lot. But that shit could be addressed a lot sooner than what people think. See, people think we're like 7-8 years away. Some people, I've heard 5 years off. I don't think so. You have to be smart. Yeah. Don't reach on the quarterback. If the quarterback that we do not need, or just if the top 5 pick at quarterback is not there, don't fucking reach. Don't reach on the pick.
Yeah.
I talk about in reality, Anthony, like I said in our previous podcast, the Bengals podcast, the more I mature with this Panthers team, put my Panthers ego aside, I have to admit that the season is pretty much over.
Yeah.
I don't see us making it. But the good thing is we can play for our pride, and we can play for the keep pounding mantra, which is one of the most high importances, if you would, man. But listen, man, we're not 5-6 years off. Some people say 5, 6. I don't think so, man. I don't. Just be smart. We also have to keep in mind Matt Corral is back there. Oh, fucking Matt Corral stuck it up in the offseason. He stuck it up in the preseason. Well, as a result of bad coaching, you put your quarterback drafted back there with a lot of shitty talent. Some talent that's not even on the fucking team.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
Don't let him off yet. Yeah. He hasn't even had a fair. The coach that drafted him treated him like shit.
Yeah.
Hell, the coach that drafted him was the same coach who made it seem like we had a quarterback competition with Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. We fucking know Baker Mayfield. Well, then again, I don't know. But at the time, Mayfield. Yeah. I don't know. Just a show. We're in a shit show, but at the end of the day, man, like there's a lot of good on this football team. It has to be put together by a leader of men.
Yeah.
And a quarterback that even if he is young, who has that fucking dog in him. And there are at least 2 quarterbacks that say, yeah, he's got some dog in him in this draft. I'm not gonna say any names yet because I don't even want to talk too much about the draft. But
Yeah,
lot to like. Black uniforms look good. The
yeah.
black helmets look good. It's nut worthy. So, I mean, I'll get
It was all black there, but it was all white in this house, all over the walls and everything. So, and by that I mean semen. Um, People hear me say all white, and shoo, I get knocks at the door probably. But I mean adult things. Jesus. So hey man, yeah, they look great, man. I love the way and if you follow the Panthers on social media, they did like a goosebumps thing, and it was a scary looking. Man, that was awesome. Some of those are screensaver worthy on your phone. So um, but hey and shout out to um Dante Jackson who went down um ACL tear. He's out for the season. Um, and it sucks because we wanted him to finish this season because he is kind of he's got one more year left on his contract.
things that too.
That's right, we just signed him to 3. That's right. So and he's uh he's
I
back.
love
There's time. Yeah, we love him. We love Dante. It's man, shout out to you, number 26. We're from the 26, and you wear 26. So, but man, there's things he's done. I'm like, wow. And then there's things he does. I'm like, wow. So, um, this,
I want him to put it all together, man.
yeah, I don't. And when he does, man, he'd be one of the
Yeah,
better ones. Huh, one of the better ones for sure. Um, I don't know. I'd have to. I don't know. So, and it is because we love him so much is why we're so critical of him. We're like that with Brian Burns. We're like that with Derek Brown. We're like that with J.C. Horn, Jeremy Chin, DJ
DJ.
Moore. When DJ dropped that at the last Falcons game, dropped that fourth down. Oh man, we were pissed at him. We were so
Yeah,
mad.
because he's a team.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
he 3 seasons. Well,
yeah,
Cam. DJ.
yeah. So and yeah, we were pissed, and then he made up for it. Ended up getting the call, which now we look back and everyone's saying it was bullcrap. Even the refs are kind of like, yeah, we probably should have called it because he walked off the field. And since then, there's been like 3 or 4 teams or 3 or 4 guys who've done it. Jalen Ramsey did it the very next week, no call. And a bunch of teams did it after that, and they were just trying to get their bet or something. I don't know. They had money on that one. Or I hate doing the ref thing. I hate doing the refs blaming it on the refs type thing. But it's like, man, what? So anyway, another podcast. But yeah, hey man, walked away with a W in the division. Most importantly, it's not too crazy out of this world to say we could finish first place still. Is but and have a crazy wild card playoff team. But the schedule ahead is a tough one, very tough. And next week we'll be right here to do that. And if I if I'm still alive, my wife may kill me because there's a rivalry here, Panthers and Ravens. Um, so it should be a good game. It'll be exciting to watch for everyone. And so yeah, man. Final your final thoughts. What's the last thing you'll say here about the way the Panthers played against their redeemed match for the Falcons?
Um, lot to like as far as the future. It was finally great to see us play complimentary football this year. We struggled to do that. All black uniforms and the black helmet look amazing on us. Um,
Amazing.
we're not as far off as people think. I hate to sound like I'm beating a dead horse here, but we're not as far off as people think, man. I say that honestly. No smiling. I really believe that, and I may be wrong, but I just feel that in my heart. So,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I agree. Um, when you have a quarterback problem, that's a big problem. But when you fix that, the whole team changes. I give an example. Give you a couple of examples. Jake Delhomme, Cam Newton. When those guys entered the field, what happened? The entire franchise turned around. Jake Delhomme was down 17 points against the Jaguars first game. Ain't nobody. They couldn't even say his last name. Still can't say it. He came on, and what happened? Next thing we know, he's in the Super Bowl and multiple NFC Championship games. Cam Newton comes in. First thing to enter the room before Cam Newton comes in was his. First that came in, and then came in Cam Newton.
Must be nice.
I
I tell you one thing real quick, man. I think get rid of Christian. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Get rid of Christian was the best of both worlds. He'll thrive in San Francisco, and we will thrive without him because, as you saw in this game, Deontay Foreman is that fucking guy.
He is.
I've been saying he needs to get the ball. I've been wanting to see him in the game plan, and he can take that punishment. And not saying Christian can't. Not saying Christian can't. But I'm just saying that just our history, that running back by committee is the way to go. I love you, Christian. I'm going to miss you. I don't want to say wish you well in San Francisco because he's the NFC. That's the NFC. But nothing but respect.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to cut you off soliloquy, but I just want to throw that out there. Very impressed with the way Deontay Foreman stepped up in Christian's absence. Made a shout out to fucking Derek Brown. He's playing his ass off.
Yeah.
Stud.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Chenault as well. He has every time he touches the ball. I don't think I've ever seen even Christian, because every time Christian touches the ball, it's like amazing things. Chenault, like I want to see his ratio of every time he gets the ball, how many yards or how many times he scores. It's like the ratio kill in Call of Duty when you play. That fucker's like 3-0. Yeah, he's every time he touches the ball, he's either getting a first down or a touchdown. It's crazy.
Please tell the audience. I got fucking candle. This lets you know how invested I am in this conversation. I got a fucking inanimate object in my hand. It's fucking candle wax with it. But tell our listeners how many times I bring up Laviska Shenault, and it seems like every time I bring up Laviska Shenault, that motherfucker makes a play. Every fucking time.
Every time Donnie texts me, man, Chenault needs to get the ball, and then I'm like, I read his text, and then I hear, oh, I'm like, and I look, and there he is running into the end zone. I'm like, damn, dude, you're pretty good. They must have a tap on your phone.
I said it at the fucking Saints game, bro. No one. I bet you there was an older gentleman in front of us. I bet he was like, "Who the fuck is Laviska Shenault?" He's right there in front of us, warming up. Fucking Shenault Jr. on the back, 15.
Brian Burns ain't here.
St. Anthony. Huh? Yeah, you gotta sit there and say Brian Burns were there. Fucking Brian Burns, fucking pyrotechnics, and like I fucking told you.
Yeah, we had a.
Told you he was here. The guy was like,
"Yeah." We had an old guy sitting in front of us, and maybe his grandson. And he was like, "Is Brian Burns here today?" And I was like, "Yeah, I see him doing warm ups." He's like, I've been watching the whole time. He ain't here." I'm like, "He's here. I promise, Spider-Man, he's here." And he's like, "Oh, I didn't see him. I don't know. I don't think he's here." And I said, "Well, he's not on the report, and I've seen him with my own eyes. I know who Brian Burns is, with or without the helmet." And he's number 53 with his jersey on, but he's out there warming up. But I know what he looks like. He's a young hung stud. And so yeah, and then they're doing intros, and then I can see Brian in the back. He's not here, sir. Okay, he's not here. You're right. Sorry. So, but yeah, man. That was a little side story when we went to the game, but
so he swore up and down you were wrong.
Yeah,
swore
man,
up and down. Where to God, Brian Burns? I mean, I believed you. Because I think we saw him warming up, but like
you went to the bathroom or something. I was on. Yeah.
I want to use the bathroom. I ended up meeting. Shout out Chris Woodard, one of my coworkers.
Oh, that's right.
Big Panthers fan. Hopefully we get him one day.
Yeah.
Shout out Chris, the fucking man. But I came back and the dude was talking to you, but every time hey, is Brian Burns here? It's like, and I got bleached on my phone. That shit would pop up. I'm like, he ain't no fucking interest. You're not here? Motherfucker calls. But nah, man. Yeah, he was sitting there trying to like challenge you. He's like, no, I hadn't saw him. He's only fucking from Ohio.
That's
Probably I
right.
don't even know how
Yeah.
the hell he ended up in Panthers shit.
Yeah.
But nah, man, his grandson at me every time I brought Laviska Shenault, like Laviska Shenault. I said, bro, give Laviska Shenault the fucking ball. What do we do? We throw it like a little out route to him, and he just does the rest.
Yeah.
I was like,
Boom.
give
Moved
him
on.
the fucking
Yeah.
ball.
I
Big
love
man,
his
solid.
name, man. I love his name. He sounds like a Mortal Kombat character.
He does, man. He sounds like a creative player that no one can fuck with. In which that's
every time you uh every time you select a character, Sub Zero, Scorpion, Vicious Gnarl. Like, damn, I bet his finished moves are cool.
he's huge, big
He's
muscles.
big
He's a
old that's a big dude.
big ass dude.
Yeah, he can come over anytime. Um
He's
but yeah, anywho, we got off on the subject. So hey man, Panthers they win in prime time on the main stage in front of God and everybody, as Donnie would say. And hey, we're 1-0 in all black, and I do mean all black. All black helmets, pants, socks, shoes. Um I can't think of a good enough joke there. Yeah. um
either way, doing it.
so now that Christian's gone, all black players now. And we
Just
love each and every one of them.
just imagine Cameron Jarrell Newton
Oh
and all
man,
black.
Cam and all black,
That'd have been
man,
crazy. Would have
yeah,
been crazy.
man, yeah. Somebody needs a man.
Fan edit that shit.
Yeah, fan edit. Yeah, I'm sure it's out there. We have to look for it. So, um, but somebody on TikTok going crazy. But hey, once again, thanks for joining the DNA show. And next week we got the Baltimore Ravens, and it's gonna be a tough one, and we'll be here for it. And no matter what, sir, there's one thing we're gonna keep doing, but it's 2 words long. Let them know.
Keep pounding.
Keep pounding the DNA show next week. Baltimore Ravens. Let's go.